Hello, so it is biannual Bibliothon today. It starts today. It's currently like 9:20 in the morning, but I was out with my friends last night till late, so I'm still like a zombie, so I'm just still working on feeling like a human being. But I did recently just get this spreadsheet from Katrina, who is awesome Australian booktuber. And so I've just got like my stack of books over there, got my bookmarks, and I'm gonna start reading soon. I'll probably like nap some point during the day because I didn't get much sleep, but I'm determined to read all these books. Let's do it. All right, feeling slightly a bit more human. Had my cup of tea for the morning, had some breakfast, got my friend's Central Perk shirt on, and I'm here on the couch. Okay, so I'm still kind of finishing up a book that I started before that I'm not counting towards the readathon. So I'm currently reading Breathe by Sarah Crossan, but I have like 10-15 pages left, so like, I don't think it's going to be a problem. Also, this lighting's terrible. I look like I'm a zombie, which is, you know, real. And I'm going to try and read more than one book at one time for the readathon, because I found that was working well for me, because while I was reading Breathe, I was also reading Catch-22, so I had kind of a faster read and then like a slower, denser read, so I can kind of go back and forth between the two. As soon as I finish Breathe, which should be very soon, I'm going to start Aurora Rising, because that's the group book. Like that's like priority numero uno, and then I will move along onto The Name of the Wind, because this is a chunky and I think it's going to take me a long time, so this will be just kind of the two I swap back and forth with, and then I'll figure out where I move from there. I'm thinking I might then read Nevernight and Asunder at the same time. I'll let you know. Okay, so I just finished Breathe, and this is like a 2012 release when like all the dystopian was all the rage. And like, look, it was just like a fun, fast read, but it wasn't like life-changing Hunger Games for me, so I don't know if I'm going to continue with this series, but like overall, like, yeah, it was good. Interesting concept, but because it was a YA book, I feel like it could have delved deeper, but also that might happen in the second book. I might grab it from the library, we'll see. Also, I just wanted to show you my adorable doggy. Sushi! Sushi! Hello! And Kiki! You two are so cute. So now I'm going to start Aurora Rising, and hopefully I can really smash it out. Ooh. Okay, so I already have a little nitpick about Aurora Rising. I'm 9 pages in, and I noticed this spelling of colourless. Excuse me, both of the authors are Australian, so why is it American spelling? I feel discriminated against. I mean, like, I'm making a bigger deal than actually, but I'm also like, I don't understand. I feel like that was the publishers or the editors going, well, just do American English. But I'm also like, oi, don't. Also, so far, like, it's very, like, much into the action, and it's kind of going back and forth with like what's happening now and how we got there, and so I'm still just like, well, getting adjusted to like the technology and what's happening, and yeah, I think it'll be good, but it's very early to tell. Are you two done yet? Okay, cool. They really like to howl when the phone rings, and even though it stopped ringing, they would just like, they felt like they just needed to inform me. Anything updates? I am 56 pages into Aurora Rising. So far so good. I'm enjoying the sci-fi elements. And I've just started Name of the Wind. And I am 7 pages in. Already there's a lot of kind of terminology I don't know yet, but there is time. And I didn't realise how small the text is in this thing. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Hey, Kiki. You been good? Sushi, how are you? Am I doing good reading? I think I'm doing okay reading. I do want to try and get through 100 pages of Name of the Wind by the end of today, because I figure if I read 100 pages a day, I'll finish it in time. Alright, so day 1 of the Bibliothon is nearly done. I'm 100 pages into The Name of the Wind, so like that's pretty good. Hopefully I can read more of it. So far it's so good. It did take a bit to kind of get started, but now the intrigue is there and I want to know what's up. And I'm like 60 pages into Aurora Rising. It's fun, it's humorous, I'm enjoying it so far. I plan on reading that until I can't no more, until sleep just like takes me under its wings. And yeah, I luckily have a lot of time off because it's a school holiday, so I'm going to be doing as much reading as I can, but I will be breaking it up with some TV time and some socializing with friends, and maybe some writing, because I'm my worst obstacle, honestly. Also, I just want to show you something fun. I got my like bullet journal here, and this is my TBR. So I've drawn up this table of all of my owned TBR, and it's pretty like insane. There's a lot of them. Yeah, and that's just musicals I want to read. So how I've set it up, I've got, the title of the book. When I've read it, I like kind of mark it with a highlighter so I can see how many I've actually read, and then my thoughts of it in a nutshell, like what the story was in a nutshell. So for Red Scrolls of Magic, it's Oopsie Cult. Into the Steel Blue is Run to Paradise. And Breathe, that I just finished today, is No Air, No Air. I didn't even mean for a lot of those to be song titles, but I think my nutshells, if I can, I'm just going to find a song that can fit. Otherwise, it's just kind of like key, theme, plot kind of thing. So yeah, hopefully I can read like ambitious 50 pages of Aurora before I sleep. The text is a lot bigger, so hopefully that's doable. And I'll see you in the morning. So I was just having a lazy start to the day, reading Aurora Rising. I'm now 124 pages into Aurora Rising, but I just got called into work, so which is on the other side of town, and obviously I haven't even gotten up. I'm still in my PJs, so I'm gonna quickly just rush, get into some semblance of clothes and get some food into me, and hopefully I'll be able to read a bit of this after. I'm really excited though, because this gives me an excuse to go to the book fair that's on the other side of town, which I know I shouldn't go to, but I really want to just see what's available. I might not get anything, but I'll update you. So I've just finished at the Toy Story Zone. I've got my fun antennas on and my shirt they gave me. And so it's closed up now, but this is basically what it's all about. I haven't seen the movie yet, I know, sacrilege, but it's just because I have high expectations. And as a flying fox, my arm is going to be so sore, but it's great. Hello, girls! Did you miss me? Hello! Hello! Hey! So it is currently 4:45. And I didn't get to read all day while I was at work, but I did go to the book fair and buy a ridiculous number of books. I'll probably do a book haul, but I'm just gonna do a quick overview for you right now. So I just counted them and I got 22 books and 2 DVDs for $100, which is insane. Cause I don't know where it is where you're from, but Australia, $100, I could usually get 5 new books. So this is insane. Have a quick look. So, whoa, what's that? Whoa, what's that? Whoa, what's that? I know you know what it is, and if you really wanted to, you could just pause and look. But I also know I don't have much of a following at the moment, but that's fine. So I'm probably going to try and find somewhere to put these books, and maybe I'll get working on the daily challenge, even though it's day 2, but with the time difference I still have time to make it and submit it. But yeah, I really want to just do as much reading as I can tonight. I don't know if anyone else has this kind of problem when they're doing readathons, but I just feel really rude blowing off my family or friends if I'm just I need to read. Just let me read, especially at home. Just my sister, whoever, will be let's watch something. And I'm look, yeah, but another time, sorry. It is 6:40. I still haven't done any reading yet today, but fingers crossed I can make that happen soon. I've been filming, so I'm gonna go get editing, and then hopefully I can just start reading. Won't be long until like my family's home and dinner, but I just gotta be disciplined with myself because I haven't done like any pages today, maybe like 20. Ideally, like my hopes and dreams are that I can finish Aurora Rising tonight, or at least get very close, and at least like 50 pages of Name of the Wind. Ideally 100, but I don't know if I can do it, you guys. Because last night I barely read any of Aurora Rising when I went to bed because my brain was like soggy mush. So I only read about like 10 pages max. So I realized I just did an oops. I was gonna go and edit my video challenge for day 1 because I was like, oh, I have extra time because of the time difference. So look at this. It's just past midnight. So technically it's Friday, even though it's like 5:52 here. Oh well. I might just still upload it anyway, but like it's not priority, I guess. Okay, update. It is the end of day 2. It is 1:45 midnight, so it's really wrapping up now. So I've made some progress. I haven't finished either book yet, which that was my hopes and dreams, but look, I'm just gonna try and dedicate as much time as I can to reading rather than try and speed read in short bursts. Anyway, Aurora Rising has been like pretty fast paced, and I am now on page 230. So I read a lot of pages today of that, and I just read like a little bit of Name of the Wind, so I'm now on page 127. So that was like another 20 pages today, which I just read then. And with my handy dandy spreadsheet, I have read 357 pages total, which I'm pretty proud of anyway. Like that's almost a whole book. Well, it depends on the book, but you know what I mean. So I've got 240 pages left of Aurora and 535 of Name of the Wind. So yeah, I'm just gonna accept the fact that Name of the Wind is gonna take more time and I want to savor it. So as much as I want to finish all the challenges, I don't want it to, what's the word? I don't want it to hinder my reading experience, because I do get a bit stressed sometimes, but I did find with the last readathon I did last month, I actually read so much more than I usually do, and I want to continue that, especially buying 20 books today. I'm insane. So I'm pretty tired at this point. I'm probably going to call it a night and go to bed. I might get a second wind and read, but if not, see you in the morning. Good morning, good morning. It's great to stay up late, except it's not. So last time I saw you, I was like on the verge of sleep, and I ended up staying for 2 more hours, not reading, on my phone, and then just like past tired but not awake. So I slept for maybe 6-7 hours, still pretty tired, but it is still technically morning. It's 11:30 now. I spent like a few hours in bed YouTubing and reading, so now I'm on I'm now on page 302 of Aurora Rising. So just to give it a visual there, that shorter bit is what I have left. So I really want to like finish this today. I think I can, but I'm also going to be just doing some life things. Like I really want to try and do some yoga today or some kind of exercise, because it's just been too long because I got sick and then I was like lazy, and I've got a real hankering for playing The Sims lately, partly because of the Sims-a-thon, but also I've started playing Sims 4 again because I was boycotting it for the longest time because Sims 3 was just my favorite, and then I was really disappointed, but I'm getting back into it and I really want to get some more expansion packs, and I've been like looking at getting mods and stuff, and I'm just really excited about it because I've been watching Plumbella on the tube. Howdy howdy. It is just after 3 p.m. I've done a bit of reading, but it hasn't been a strong reading day so far. It is freezing. I've been watching a bit of TV, just feeling a bit like tense, but I'm okay. I'm now page 352, so I've got about 120 pages left. I am going to the movies soon to see Toy Story with my friends and hang with them after. So I probably won't get to read till later tonight, but I'm hoping I can finish it tonight. Okay, it's technically day 3 of the Bibliothon, but I haven't gone to bed yet. It is just past 4 AM. I have been spending time with my friends once again. We ended up missing the screening for Toy Story and just decided to have a chill night in, playing some card games, eating some pizza, watching some Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And inevitably we got to just like late night D&Ms, which was like just what I needed. So I'm tired, but it was like worth it. And strangely, I feel tired, but I don't feel ready for sleep. So I might try and continue to read Aurora Rising, but you know, just take it easy. I have other things in my life and I don't need to stress about reading. Alright, so I just finished Aurora Rising. It's day 4. I might try and read a bit more of Name of the Wind, and then I'll probably start Thunder. But also just gonna have some chill time, playing some Sims and watching some telly today. Alright, so it's just about to tick over to day 5 of the readathon. I didn't get much reading done today because I bought like 9 Sims games, so I was playing that for like hours and hours. But I did manage to finish Aurora Rising today, and it was tons of fun, and I'm like still kind of thinking about it, so like I'm really excited for the next one. I've made a bit of progress on Name of the Wind, only about like 30 pages, but I am just savouring it, and whatever happens, happens. And I've started Asunder and I'm about 40 pages in. So I think I'm just kind of realising I'm not going to end up reading all the books I wanted to, but it's still fun to try. And even if I don't read them all, like, I'm reading, I'm happy. And I really need some sleep, so I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, I believe it is day 5. I'm getting a bit muddled. And it's about 12:15, so somewhat early-ish in the day, you know. Okay, so far I've read a bit of Asunder. I'm up to page 99. It's a solid dent, but like still a lot to go. So I've already done a bit of exercise. I walked my dogs, and this cheeky Sushi didn't want to get back on the leash. And I didn't end up getting the leash back on her at all. So I just kind of had to like herd them home and hope for the best. And it was okay, but next time I just need to bring treats, or just I need to do some serious training, because I was flipping out. So yeah, I'm planning on reading a bit of Name of the Wind. Then I'm gonna just like shower, pick up a library book, and then read Sims Netflix for the rest of the day. Okay, so day 5 is drawing to a close. I didn't make as much progress as I was hoping, but I did spend some time reading, and yeah, just coming to realise that I'm not going to be finishing many books this readathon at this rate. I'm on page 152 of Asunder. I'm going to read some more of that before I go to bed, but I'm also going to watch some more Netflix. Okay, so it is currently 4 PM on day 6 of the readathon. I've made some really good progress with Asunder, and it's good so far. There's still just a lot of like mystery intrigue going on. I've got about 100 pages left, not even, so I'm really gonna do my best to finish this tonight. So, and I ended up reading like 50 pages of Name of the Wind yesterday. That's still going good, but like slow going. Still only kind of a dent in. I might not finish it during the readathon, but I'm gonna keep chipping away at this old block. And just an update on my page counts, because I have my handy dandy spreadsheet. Even though it's not quite working right, it's still tracking the pages. So far I've read 992 pages total across the board. So that's really cool. I'm hoping I can, for this like second half of the readathon, just really smash through, but it's just hard because I just get sleepy if I read lying down, and I get sleepy anyway, so I just need to make sure I sit down like upright while I'm reading. And just because I have like a long stretch of time off work, I'm wanting to read, but I'm also wanting to do other things. Like, it's a good time to spend time with my friends and just getting excited about The Sims again. And I'm in the middle of so many shows on Netflix. So maybe I'll make it more during the day. I'll prioritize reading, and then at night I can do some Netflix and some simming. But yeah, so I'm going to have lunch soon, and then I'm off to a workshop for this play my friend's developing, Rachel Pengilly. It's called Legacies, and I'm really pumped for that. So yeah, I'll probably come back to you tonight. Bye. Okay, the day is drawing to a close. It's like 11 now. It finished really late at the workshop and with dinner afterwards. So I am hoping to finish Asunder before the clock strikes midnight. I'm on page 336 of 406. So like it's doable-ish. It might be like just after midnight. But like technicalities don't really matter at this point because there's still a few days left, so if it counts towards tomorrow, that's okay. And yeah, just feeling a bit torn about readathons because they're kind of stressful but fun, and in some ways it can be restrictive with the reading challenges, but also kind of, it's the whole thing of like, you know, having parameters makes you be creative. And I do have a lot of books to read, so it's not like it's going to be hard for me to find something, at least most of the time. And yeah, I've said this before, but just spreading my time between different things. I find it really difficult if I would just read for like 10 hours a day. I enjoy reading, but just my brain needs a break sometimes, so we'll see. Hopefully next time I talk to you this will be done and I will have started Infinite, and I might try and read a bit of Name of the Wind before I go to bed if I am awake enough. It is morning time, the beginning of a new day of the Bibliothon, and I've started the day just kind of like lazy in bed. I read a bit of The Name of the Wind, now on page 238, so including, there's not many days left of the readathon, but I don't think I'm going to finish this, but like I'm going to continue it anyway because I'm loving it. But I think I can finish Infinite in that time. I don't think I'll be reading much more. I did finish Asunder last night / this morning about like 12:30 or something, and I only like just like read like a page or two, so I could say I'd started reading it on Goodreads. And yeah, I do kind of have some other things to do today, but let's read, y'all. Okay, it is Thursday morning. Oh, dear God. It is Thursday morning and I'm about to head off to work, but before I do, I thought I'd just update you on the books. So I ended up playing like a few hours of Sims yesterday because I knew I'd be working today, so I figured let's get all your simming out now. So I did move on to Infinite. I'm about 100 pages in, let me check. 94, just shy. I did kind of have to take a little break just because I think I was just like, this world, I just kind of needed a bit of a break from it. I'm really interested to see where this one goes because if you like semi-spoilers, you can skip this or mute me for a second. I'll let you know when it's safe. But in the first book there's mention of like centaurs and trolls and all these like mystical creatures, and we have yet to meet any of them or have them be part of the plot. They're just mentioned, which I'm really not happy about. There are dragons, and like we did get to see them, but only in the first book. So like, I don't know, I just like them to be more integrated, and there was a bit of mystery about the dragons, so like, tell me what's going on, Jodie. And I've read a bit more of The Name of the Wind. I'm on page 243 now. I did end up reading some of this before bed, and I'm enjoying it. I feel like this is a good time for me to read it because I have been slowly reading more adult books lately. And even though it's kind of slow paced, it's not great for a readathon, but I am enjoying it. And I think it is just something I'm just going to have to amble through, and that's okay with me because I'm just enjoying the ride. On like the tail of that, I might try and read Lord of the Rings soon now that I'm kind of adjusting to a slow style. I feel like it's still going to be a slog, and I really would like to enjoy Lord of the Rings. It's just something that's never really interested me. Like I've tried to watch the movies and just haven't really been able to get into it. Like even just the movies have come across a bit dense and like nah, and I don't know, there's just been a big block around it for a while. But I think I'm more of a high fantasy gal than I was. Like, I want to read Game of Thrones as well now. Like, even that took a bit of getting into the show, but like, I can do it. I probably won't get to read at work, except for like my 15-minute break I get, because I'm only working like 10 till 3, but it's kind of like on my feet, which, you know, isn't a big deal for a lot of people, but I don't have the endurance for like standing on my feet for hours. I've got like feet and back problems, so that sucks. But it is one of the things, like, the more you do it, the more like endurance you get, so I will be fine. But it's just because it's over the whole period of time where you would eat lunch, and I think it's like just meets the requirement for a break. Like 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Technically, I think I should get half-hour breaks. Like, if you work 5 hours, you should get half an hour. I'll have to check that. But yeah, so I'll take a Sunder with me. I'll try and read some of that. Alright, it is Thursday night. It is about 5:15. I read about like 10 pages of Infinite at work because, like I said, short break. So I'm realizing that tomorrow is the last day and I'm pretty busy like all day. So I'm just not necessarily giving up, but just kind of accepting the fact that at most I'm going to be finishing Infinite. And so the rest of my plans for the reading month, I was considering doing the reading rush. I don't think I will, just because it's too much. It's too much. And so for the rest of the month, regardless, I plan to continue Name of the Wind and finish Catch-22, and I've got new plans for my TBR moving forward, which I'll explain in a different video. But yes, I'm going to try and read a bit more of Infinite before people start coming home and it gets noisy. Howdy everyone. So the biannual Bibliothon is officially done and dusted. I didn't reach all my goals, but oh well. I didn't end up vlogging it all the last day because I didn't actually read like all day because I was just a busy bee. So I'm just going to update you with what I did read and the number of pages and stuff like that. So, most importantly, I did read Aurora Rising during Bibliothon, which you know from watching it. So that means I will get to watch the live show as well, so I'm excited about that. And I also finished Asunder. So that brings my total to 2. And you know, that's okay. Look, I'm being authentic. I know I cannot read 9 books in 9 days or whatever ridiculous thing it is. And that's also why I won't be participating in the reading rush. I might do that next year, but I want to just kind of read what I want to read and not feel pressured and feel like a failure if I don't read superhuman fast, you know? So my plans for the rest of the month are to finish The Name of the Wind, continue with this. I'm enjoying it. It's good. And to continue with Infinite. I'm only about 100 pages in or so. If I really pushed myself, I could have finished this, but I think I just needed a break from this world for like a hot second there. And I feel like it started really strong, but like most young adult trilogies, I'm like, yeah, it's alright. It's not like blowing my mind, but also like I'm hoping a lot of things are going to get wrapped up in this book. And on top of that, I would like to continue with Catch-22. It's kind of hard to read quickly, much like Name of the Wind, but in a different way. It's very absurd and the plot is not a driving force. And the other book I want to get to this month, or at least try to, is Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson, which I got from the library. It's got that little hold slip in there just because it's been getting so much buzz. I haven't read any of her books before and it's a magical library, so like I'm keen. Let's do it. So to sum up for the Bibliothon, I read 1,156 pages. So even though it was only 2 books and a bit, that's still bloody awesome. I also have some plans moving forward on how I want to organize my TBR, just so that I am getting to my different types of books I have, because I really tend to just go with my young adult fantasy and the popular ones, just because, I don't know, I'm a bit of a sheep, but I also tend to enjoy a lot of the things that are popular, and it is one of those things that I hear about so often that I want to know what I think about it. You know, is it as good as they say? So look out for that video. And Let me know what readathons you've been involved in this year, any that you want to be involved in, and if you did the Bibliothon, how that went for you. Bye.